Welcome to another episode of Pages and Potions podcast, where we deep dive into delicious drinks and give our hot takes, craziest theories, and fun reviews of some of our favorite books. We are your hosts, Devon and Courtney, and thank you for joining us in what we hope is your escape from the 9 to 5 and a happy hour for you. Thanks for joining us. Before we dive in, we thought it was really important to remind you that this is not a safe for work podcast.
Not even a little bit.
Not even remotely. So if you if you're listening to this on a Bluetooth speaker in your office on a really low volume, bold, respect you so hard. Or if you have small children around, maybe this isn't the time to play this podcast. Put in your Bluetooth headphones and just take some little me time. We are going to swear. We're talking about explicit content with explicit language. So this is your warning. Do not follow along. Play this in your car with people around you if you don't want to be embarrassed by us saying douche nugget and twat waffle and whatever else comes out of our mouth, because we make no promises. So this is just your warning. It's not safe for work. Just keep that in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is we are a spoiler podcast. So we are not a spoiler free. We might do a spoiler free episode about something, but for the most part, this is spoiler full. We talk about all of these books. We deep dive. We talk about our theories, what we loved. So if you're looking for a spoiler free podcast about this book or any book that we talk about, this is not the one. We are not the way. Find another route. Or just if you want your book spoiled, just join us. Who knows what'll happen? It's chaotic good energy here.
Join us. Have a drink.
Yeah, that's
what we're here for.
Exactly. Speaking of drinks, we can talk about the one for this week, but we will announce our book that we are reviewing this week. It is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver, fellow Canadian, another Canadian author for our second episode, which is amazing because Danielle Jensen was the first one. Now we've got Brynne Weaver. And do you want to talk about the drinks for this week's episode, Courtney?
I do a little bit. So today's drink is an Oreo White Russian. If you know, you know.
Respectfully, you're unhinged for choosing this as the cocktail for this book. For those of you that have read this book, you fucking know. You know what this is about. You know why this is involved in the book. So when she was like, we should do this, I'm like, you know what? We are talking about a decently unhinged dark romance. And I like cookies and cream. Just maybe not in the context of the book.
Exactly. So anyway, it is delightful. It is a little bit of honey on the rim and some crushed Oreos, and then 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1.5 ounces of coffee liqueur, and then 3 ounces of milk, and then about a tablespoon of more crushed Oreos. And I have not tried this yet.
Oh my God, it is
cheers.
So good. Cheers. It is like dessert. It is so good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I put espresso Galliano on mine. So it's super intense coffee. That is so good.
Oh, I just have Kahlua, but yeah, delicious. And also very strong. As I was putting this together, I was thinking, oh, should I split this with someone? And then I put it in my glass, and it barely even filled it halfway.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm not going to split this. We'll just get a little tipsy in the podcast.
It's small but mighty. That's what we're about. It's like our 9 to 5 escape. We work really hard during the day, and we're here to indulge and have a little happy hour with our favorite people. So
Exactly. So hopefully you have not recently read the book and cookies and cream isn't grossing you out.
Or
if you haven't read the book,
drink this before and then give yourself a little bit of time and then read the book. And then come back to tell us that, yes, we are in fact unhinged for choosing this as the cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect, honestly. So let's talk about Butcher and Blackbird. It is a morally gray romance. Lots of dark comedy banter, murder for hire vibes. Honestly, super unhinged love story. I think it's like a rom-com meets psychological thriller. It's kind of like that. It's like a weird vibe. And truthfully, the first time I read this book, I was like, am I gonna like this? It was just, the tone of it was a little bit different than what I'm used to. I've read a lot of bubblegum romance and a lot of romantasy, so to switch it up and go into a very they're two contract killers. They like to kill people as foreplay. It's a little bit I don't know. But honestly, finishing it, and really like getting into it to review it again, I do really like it. I think it's a really great twist.
Me too.
Really great.
Me too. And I love how the main characters, like, it's banter, like their banter right from the first scene.
Yeah,
Like I love the chemistry between the two. And yeah, just the like they're serial killers. They kill other bad guys. They kind of bond over that.
They're on their
And
vigilante
then
shit.
yeah, total vigilante shit. And like fucked up too. Like she strings up body parts with fishing wire when she's done killing people. Plucks out their eyeballs, not gouges.
Yes.
Plucks out their eyeballs, like strings it all up. And some of the most unhinged sex scenes I have ever
like literally. Okay,
read.
we're going to get to the spice in a second. So basically, the recap of this book is Sloane is the orb weaver. Like Courtney said, she's this very specific, intricate way of she kills other serial killers. So she's basically like female Dexter. So she kills other serial killers, and then she weaves this web of clues to leave for the FBI, essentially. So that's like her calling card. They've dubbed her the Orb Weaver. The first scene of the book, she's literally trapped in her own trap from trying to kill another serial killer who she succeeds in killing. And she meets Rowan, who is known as the Boston Butcher, hence Butcher and Blackbird. And he finds her and essentially like banters her up and is like flirting with her while there's a decaying dead body beside her in this
and maggots. So many maggots.
And essentially gets her to agree to like have dinner with him as friends to get to know each other so that she can get freed from this trap. And it like thus starts their relationship. So over this dinner, they decide to have like a friendly yearly competition to see who can like kill whichever serial killer they choose of that year. So someone else arranges it. They meet once a year after this, and whoever can kill the serial killer wins that year's competition. Honestly, I feel like their relationship at first is very much like a trauma bond. A little bit. Like,
could be. Yeah.
No, I think they're very much vibrating at very similar frequencies in terms of they both kill serial killers. Like that is both of them separately kill other serial killers. But Sloane has lived a very trauma-filled life. She doesn't have really a family other than her found family. And Rowan comes from a background of abuse from his own from his father, from his family. Right. So like then they're like finding solace within each other in a really fucking dark way.
And if you took out, I was thinking about it today, like if you take out all the serial killer stuff, it's kind of a bubblegum romance.
I know. That's why I said it was like, it's a rom-com.
It's so weird.
And I think that's why I didn't know if I'd like it or not. Like I read most of the book and was like, I just don't know. And I think like reading it again, I was like, okay, now that I kind of know what it is. The other thing too is Rowan's Irish. And so on paper, reading it, I'm like, what is his dialogue? I just didn't understand the way he phrased certain things. And it wasn't until probably like a third to 2/3 of the way through the book that I'm like, oh my God, he's Irish.
Apparently the audiobook, the guy's voice is super sexy.
You're not the first person to say that to me.
Yeah, we'll have to like find out what his name is and put it in the show notes and stuff. But apparently it works way better as audiobook.
Yeah. Like you hear the dialogue, you feel the banter a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to give this a shot and actually just like read it and listen to it at the same time and then probably come around a bit harder for it. I did really like it. It wasn't in my top faves of all time, but in terms of like different vibe, different style of writing, totally different genre, essentially. Like, I guess it's not totally different genre because it's still a romance, but it's just... Yeah, it was just very different. It was very different.
It is very different, and I really liked it. Yeah. And I think it's because the I want to use the word juxtaposition, but that's like a really big word.
But I understand that here.
Yeah, okay. Of the darkness in both of them with the like banter and the love story is just, it just made me so happy.
Like
I loved seeing them together.
Like exactly what you're saying right now makes me think of the proposal scene at the end where he literally puts the ring in something inside a guy's eye socket and gets her to like pull it out and read the note and be like, will you marry me, basically. And then she's like, did you just put the engagement ring in my murder victim's eye socket? And then just like starts crying, and he's like, oh my god, did I fuck this up? And she's like, it's perfect. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And that scene where he gets drugged at the guy's house.
I know.
And then he comes to, she's like murdering the guy, right? He comes to, and she's like, I learned it was a rump roast that you ate. The guy that's on the table is a cannibal, by the way. She's like, I learned it was a rump roast you ate. I had to pull human ass out of your mouth so you didn't choke. Like, it is so funny. That's something we haven't said, is it's a comedy.
It is. That's why I said, like, it is a rom-com. It's rom-com.
Yeah.
Psychological thriller. I saw someone online compare it to, like, the TV show You with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And it's like that together. And I was like, oh, that's a really odd pairing. But, like, somehow it works.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's so funny. Like I was at one of my son's sporting events, and I was doing my reread, and I was like giggling out loud amongst many other parents.
You know what? Then you gotta do.
Well, and then you get the inevitable question, what are you reading? And you're like, ugh.
You're like, I'm just reading about
yeah. You cool?
I'm reading about some ice cream, and I guess we can talk about romance. We can actually discuss that now that we've passed that like brief little interlude of not safe for work. So if you haven't read the book yet, and if you're listening for spoilers, this is why Courtney's unhinged. So one of the serial killers that they kill basically empties his victims of their semen and makes cookies and cream ice cream with it.
Delicious.
Cheers.
And his little helper guy, who, you know, turns out to be a really bad guy in the end, is like sitting there after they've killed this guy. This is the same guy, the cannibal. So when that's all done, his helper guy is like sitting there just like eating the cookies and cream ice cream, and the label on it is dated, and it's like milked. The label says milked.
That's why I used the words. He milked the semen out of their bodies. Try explaining that scene to my partner, being like, oh, this is why Courtney's idea for this cocktail is a little bit unhinged. And he's just like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Why?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Because that's just how it goes sometimes, babe. I don't know what to tell you.
Just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, it's but yeah, if we could talk a little bit about the spice in the book, because this is the first time and only time, and I read some fucked up shit. This is the only time that I have actually gagged during a sex scene.
Which part did you gag at?
Okay, so they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
And he does his thing inside her chinchilla. And then...
Yep, okay.
And then he sucks it back out and spits it into her mouth. And I have a thing with spit. I don't do well with spit. I'm even having a hard time right now talking about it. Oh. I actually, like, I had to put the book down. I was like, this may be a little much for me. Of course I finished it after that, but that's the first and only time during a book that I have gone and put the book down.
I mean, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. I can't.
Well, exactly. That's just my yuck.
I can't say that would be something I would be into. But, like, hey, if spit play is your thing, you do you, boo. You do you.
Absolutely. It's not for me, but it might be for somebody else. Totally fine.
This was,
but Yeah, it's
all and
it's
like the
something else.
knife play a little bit. Like it was like pretty dark. Like I've read a couple dark romances, so this wasn't like my first dive into this kind of world.
Yeah.
But it was definitely one of the darker styles of smut that I've read where there's a lot of knife play. Also, the first time I've read a book where like the girl had that many piercings. So she has like a triangle clit hood piercing, and then she has what's called like a fourchette piercing, I think, which is like the bottom part of your like entrance to your vagina is pierced. We're getting really technical.
Oh, yeah. We
like,
should Google that.
We should.
But I don't really want
You
to
know
Google
what?
that. Incognito mode.
I'm gonna do it. I'm YOLO. What do I have to lose? Fourchette piercing. It's a rare and intimate female genital piercing located at the fourchette, which is the small fold of skin where the labia minora meet at the back of the vaginal opening.
Okay.
So it's at the very back. Interesting. And I think she also has like a barbell piercing. Like she's like very pierced. And I've read a couple like spicy novels where like they've had like a pierced clit hood or like he's had like the Jacob's ladder piercings and stuff. And I'm like, hey, whatever. But it was like when she started talking, I was like, how many more piercings are there? Like, oh my God. Like, all right. I didn't know that was like such an in-depth thing. And like the more smut that I've read over my time being a book nerd, the more I'm learning about it. I can't say it would be for me, but like it's certainly something that I knew nothing about, and now I'm like, huh, intriguing. I can't imagine putting a piercing there, but like, if it works for you.
I know, I'm kind of sitting here clenching right now, like just clenching my butt cheeks. I'm like, that would really hurt. I mean, really a lot.
You got to think that they're taking good care of it, obviously. Like, that's such a sensitive area, and like keeping it clean, like. A lot of people get piercings down there. I don't think it's that as rare as you think.
Like, no, like I can see a clit piercing for sure, but like the one at the back, I feel like that would hurt a lot.
That would work. Like, I mean, I'm not going to Google images because that's a whole other thing, but I was willing to at least like throw my Google algorithm like a wrench in the multiverse there, but
your TikTok and your Instagram are going to be so fucked up for the next couple of days.
Well, more fucked up than it already is. Love that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the actual spice, like the sex scenes, there's a lot of love there. There's still a lot of
I agree.
They're still both very dark, pretty fucked up people, but like is like I kind of love that about them. Like we find the darkness and the chaos within them to be charming, to be beautiful, and yeah, like just because their love isn't wholesome doesn't mean it's not whole. You know what I mean?
Well, I totally agree. Like I think like they fall in love. It's so clear, and love part of it or the romance part of it. Like despite the fact that I have a no-no zone, like it's beautiful. The spice is great.
Yeah.
I think in this book.
100%. 100%. And it doesn't go so dark that you just want to be like, absolutely fucking no. Or like so dark that it borderlines crossing a line. I mean, obviously, if you're going to read this book and you're just here for the spoilers or whatever, definitely read your trigger warnings. Like, that's something that I've learned as well, like going through all the books that I've read, being like, am I going to be okay with what's in here? Take it or leave it, but absolutely read it, because sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't want to watch him slurp some jizz out of her pussy and choke it down her throat. Like, good Lord. You're welcome. You know what I mean? Like, just like be careful. Just be careful.
This is a really good drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Do we think, and I touched on this a little bit, do you think that they're soulmates or that they're like trauma bonded? Like, I think they could be both, but like, I feel like there's such a blurry line for them.
I don't think they're trauma bonded simply because, like, I think they understand each other because of their respective traumas. But given that they do go through some traumatic things together, but I don't think it's a trauma bond. I think it's a love bond, but I think they understand each other so well because of their respective trauma.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. What would you rate the spiciness of this book? Out of 5 tequila shots. Sorry, 5 cookies and cream shots out of 5.
5 cookies. 5 cookies?
Ooh. Look at you.
I'm just going to crunch in your ear now.
You're making me hungry.
Delicious. I don't know. Like, it's not a 5.
No.
I don't think.
Like, the scenes get pretty spicy. Like, they get pretty raunchy.
So maybe a 4? Like 3.5 to 4?
Okay. I was thinking,
where are you?
I was thinking like 3.5 too. Like,
yeah.
They're not so graphic that you're just like, wow, okay. But at the same time, they're not vanilla in any way, shape, or form. And I think in comparison to the actual plot of the book, it's well balanced. It's not one of those books where if you're looking for a book where there's smut on every 10 pages, this is not your book.
This is not it.
There's a lot more, and the spice delivers when it's on page, but there's just a lot more plot and a lot more story building and a lot more character development than there is smut, which I really like a lot. I like a good balance. Sometimes I just want to read like a quick and dirty book, sure, but this is one that just kind of gives you a little bit of everything that you're looking for, other than like fantasy elements, right?
Yeah, totally. I think it's great, and a plug for the rest of the series as well. I know you haven't read it, but I loved all of the books in the series.
Nice.
It follows Rowan and his brothers and their love stories, essentially, and it's all dark romance, and it's all great.
Okay, well, maybe, so as someone who hasn't read it, you're saying I should read them?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I was gifted this book by a good friend of mine, and so I was like, oh, I have to read it because I was gifted it. And then I think they're all on Kindle Unlimited, right?
I don't think they're on Kindle Unlimited. I think we paid for them. I think. So,
okay.
Yeah, but worth it. Totally worth it.
Fair. Okay. If you had to give the book a rating overall, what would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5. Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Probably a 4.
Okay. Reasons?
Probably a 4. Because I really liked it. I don't know. I'm here for the vibes, dude.
Sure, you are here for the vibes. You're like 5 stars, gold star, 10 out of 10.
I know.
You get a star. Maybe, you get a star.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think, it's well written. Like, there's that element of it. Not that particularly matters to me. Like I said, I'm here for the vibes, but like it's really well written. The romance is good. The darkness is good, and the spice is good. So yeah, like 4.5.
Okay, love that.
Yeah,
love that.
What about you?
I think overall, I'm probably gonna give it, because it's not normally my vibe of a book, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
Not because it's not good. I think that's the thing I want to really like emphasize. It's still really good. And I think if you're even into dark romance whatsoever, or you're just looking for a different, like a switch up book, instead of like your normal romantasy or like straight romance, this might be a really good option for you. It's just, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like one of my top reads this year. Still really good. Still really enjoyable. Would still recommend. I think it's a great option if you're looking to just switch up your vibe for a bit. Totally.
And I think it's a good like starter dark romance too.
Yeah, like I wouldn't jump in.
It's not as dark as some.
Yeah, like I wouldn't dive headfirst into Haunting Adeline if you're normally reading like Elsie Silver or like Tessa Bailey.
I may have done that, but I loved it. So
That's okay. Fair. But if you're like, you're used to just reading like very, very bubblegum romance, this is going to be like a gentle step in the right direction without completely like throwing you off and being like, what the fuck? I mean, it might still. Pardon me. Obviously, like everybody's a little bit different, but yeah, it might just be like a good baby step into the dark pool, the deep end of the pool, if you will. Okay. What do we think about the drink, and does it fit the vibe of the book?
I don't know. I love the drink, but I wonder if it's a little too sweet, because the romance is very sweet, but the subject matter is super dark. So I don't know if I had a little bit more coffee, like for that little bit more bitter kick, I wonder if it might fit the vibe perfectly. But I do love the drink.
Yeah, you're a White Russian gal for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's good. It's very much like a dessert drink. I probably would have paired something more of like dark with it. Like I would have done like a blackberry or like something that's like go that route instead. Almost like a sweet savory vibe. Like I would do like a blackberry with like a rosemary or like something like really obscure.
Ooh, yum.
I would have done, yeah. And maybe if we ever do a part 2, we'll do something like that. But like it's still really good. And obviously it fits that quintessential scene, which I think is like, I grew up watching CSI. I grew up watching Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal and all those movies. I've watched CSI from the age of like 8 years old. Like, sorry, just throw my parents under the bus. But I was like sitting up watching CSI at 8 years old, staying up late. And I was obsessed with that show. So I loved like crime scenes and like murder and watching all that kind of stuff. I remember reading that scene and being like, what the fuck? Like, and I've read and watched some shit that's like pretty fucked up, but I was just like, what the actual fuck am I reading right now?
Isn't in the dedication or something, isn't there something about cookies and cream ice cream?
In like the beginning, let's see.
Yeah. And like, by the way, dear listeners, her shtick, like Brynne Weaver's shtick, is kind of ruining food. So just a warning if you do read the other books in the series.
Oh, good. Okay. Her dedication is for those of you who read the trigger warnings and said, accidental cannibalism, count me in. This one's for you.
That's right. Accidental cannibalism is one of the trigger warnings, which is amazing. Okay, it's not that one. It must have been like an Instagram post or something that I saw where she was apologizing for ruining cookies and cream ice cream. But she's got a great Instagram.
It hasn't actually like changed my mind about cookies and cream ice cream. Like I still like cookies and cream ice cream. I just wouldn't eat it while I'm reading that scene. You know?
That's fair.
That's not a thing that I need in my life. No. I do feel like it definitely fits that niche of like unhingedness, which is really this whole book. It is unhinged from start to finish. Like the fact that it starts with her being trapped in this cage with a decaying body and he has to free her, but in order to free her, she has to agree to have dinner, to then proposing with using like the eye socket of their victim, and it's like from literally
my jam.
Front cover to back cover, unhinged.
I love it. I love it so much.
It works, and if you're looking for like a couple laugh out loud moments, like there are some like what moments for sure. Okay, my question for you is: in your own love story, so with your lovely husband, do you feel like you're more the butcher or the blackbird?
I think I'm more the blackbird, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't necessarily want to get into details.
Wow.
But
for those of you listening and not watching, she just gave me a very non-discreet wink. Nice. Should I high five you later? Maybe I will.
Yeah, maybe you should. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm more the blackbird, and even if I think about the characters and what they do, like, you know, just the artistry with which she murders people, it's beautiful.
It is.
And so yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I thought about this earlier when I wrote this in the script. I think based on like personality and extrovertedness, I'd be butcher, because he's more like, do you want to banter? And I feel like I'm really chatty, so that's how I would fit. I also don't know if I would have a lot of finesse as a killer. I think I would literally just be like hacking at him. Like I just don't, just like a good old whack and we're done, you know? I do understand that like I probably have a bit more artistry than my partner and like the orb weaver stuff for sure. I just don't think I have the creativity to like really think about it that way. I would just be like, let's just get it done. Just bang, bang, here we go. just
Dexter style, like wrap them up.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Make it
Keep
real
it clean.
Simple. Exactly.
Yeah.
Real simple. And purely because my partner's really quiet. Like he's definitely, he would have more forethought, I think, than I would. I would just be like, YOLO, let's go. Bang, bang.
Remind me never to commit a murder with you.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I'll watch your 6, okay? I will help you out. Like, appreciate you need to bury a body, you call me. I will be your muscle. We got this.
For legal purposes, this is for entertainment only.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my God. I love that. I think that's accurate. I think what you said about you being the Blackbird, I vibe with that. I feel like that's absolutely true for you. 100%. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up all of our Unhinged content about this book, unless there's anything else that you want to add about it.
No, just definitely pick it up. If you're not scared of dark romance, if you're not scared of murdery things, definitely pick it up. But read those trigger warnings, like we said before, because it's really, really important. And if you can't handle accidental cannibalism, don't read the book.
Yeah, that's, who knew that a dedication would let you know that? One of the better ones I've read, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, true.
Well, thank you for joining us on this episode of Pages and Potions. If you try our tempting elixir or end up reading Butcher and Blackbird, let us know, tag us, message us, post in our comments on our Instagram at Pages and Potions Podcast, and let us know what you think. Next episode, we're going to be talking about the book that started it all, I believe. Yeah?
For me, anyway.
Yeah, and also kind of for me, we'll be talking about A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Catch us next time as we dig deep, share our thoughts and feelings about the book that brought us closer together for sure, and how it kind of changed our lives. Kind of, sort of?
Kind of. Yeah, our lives. Kind of. And we'll talk about how good you are at peer pressure.
Honestly, I could be a cult leader.
Yeah. Accurate.
Honestly. If you have any cocktail suggestions, please let us know. We love any and all suggestions for books, for drinks. If you just want some witty banter, we're all about that too. So our DMs are always open. Until then, stay spicy, keep spilling the tea, and thank you so much for joining us on Pages and Potions podcast. Till next time.
Cheers.